So welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're doing our Europa League and Conference League reaction. Because my goodness me, man, we had some very interesting games, some howlers, some big shocks, late action, and all of that. And yeah, man, we're gonna do the Europa League. So we're gonna start with the first game we got here. It is Bodo Glimt versus Lazio, man. Bodo Glimt, man, I might have been a bit harsh to them in my preview, and I think I might have to do some apologies because what Bodo Glimt has done has been amazing. And this team at home is unbelievable. The low atmosphere, that like the way this team is cooking, especially at home. They're such a very dangerous team. And Salton in particular was amazing. And I think Bodo Glimt were all amazing in this game. Honestly, Lazio really didn't offer anything. And if you look at the stats, they only got one shot on target this entire game, which was baffling. So yeah, I just think Saldness was amazing. His goal in the goal in this 47th minute regular play there, great goal there. Saldness 69th, and yeah, man, Lazio, man, can Bodo Glimt actually make the semifinals? Because they have never made the semifinals ever in a European competition. This might be the first time they could do so. My only issue though is that the second leg is away in Lazio, and we know Lazio, as bad as they are, and they're not a good team. Let's be real, Lazio is very good at home. So Sebastian, man, as a Milan fan, tell me about Lazio, man. Are they frauds or is just away tax?
I mean, personally, this is a tough away game. I had Lazio losing this game, but in the manner that they did, like, it's not surprising because going away to Bodo Glimt is actually very tough. But yeah, like it's interesting that Bodo Glimt is doing very well in Europe recent years. They're a very good home team, and obviously a few seasons ago they beat the Roma, and then they lost. I think they beat Roma 2-0, and they lost 4-0 away to Roma in the knockouts.
I believe. Yeah, I think you're right.
So maybe there's deja vu there. That who knows, that might happen. But personally, Lazio, I think they perform really terrible. And I think Lazio, like, they lack these players that could finish, like that. The players that can win you the games. And I think Lazio could have done better, probably. But yeah, like Lazio, like you can't do this. Like losing to Bodo Glimt away, that's not too horrible, but in this fashion, you can't do that because you're basically the only Serie A team left in Europa League, and no disrespect to Bodo Glimt, but they should beat Bodo Glimt. But this is a fair result. I think Bodo Glimt, they looked very good. This could have been more. Like, this could have been 3, 4, 5. Like, Bodo Glimt at home, they're such a good team. Like, they play as a team at home. Like, the home atmosphere, the cold. I don't know how cold it was, but it was probably cold. But yeah, like, this is a very good result for Bodo Glimt. Let's see what they can do away, because it might be, I think they should score more, and that would be more important, like, because 2-0 is a dangerous result. So
Yeah.
For me, Bodo Glimt, they need to score first in Rome. Otherwise, I don't think they're going for.
Yeah, I feel like for me, guys, I feel like as much as I want Bodo Glimt to do this, I don't trust them on the road. And the thing is, both these teams are basically home merchants, if we're being real. If we're being genuine here, Lazio are also terrible on the road. It's just that Lazio is very lucky the second legs at home because had it been the other way around, Lazio would have been finished. It would have been over. Yeah, I would have been done. So, yeah, I mean, I'm worried for Bodo Glimt because I want Bodo Glimt to do this, man. I really want them to do this, but something tells me Lazio is going to pull through. Maybe on pens, they can do this. And to be fair to Bodo Glimt, they just need a goal. Like one goal is all it takes. Like if Lazio wins like 3-2, then Lazio is out. So Lazio have to win the second leg by a 2-goal margin. So what are we saying, Sebastian? Are we saying that Bodo Glimt can still do this, or you're still going with Lazio?
I mean, it depends. What Lazio turns Lazio turns up. Because if we see a Lazio where, okay, it is not a good start, like they're struggling to get to the final third, then I think it's probably over. But if we see a energetic Lazio team get one goal early and get the fans on board, I think that will be a very long day for Bodo. But it depends what Lazio turns up, because if they turns up and plays like prime freaking Brazil, then they most likely will score a lot of goals and win this game. But it depends. Like if we get a Bosucci in Lazio, then it's done. Then Bodo will go for.
The thing is, Lazio is Sorry, we're saying
because Lazio have the Bosucci. Like you can't trust this team, especially
I mean, to be fair though, they do have the second leg at home, and so I do feel like I just feel like the home atmosphere is a lot, So we'll see. I think for Lazio, they have to do this because I'm sorry, this will be a really Sebastian. Would this be embarrassing if Bodo Glimt eliminate Lazio? Because I think this would be a big L for Serie A. This would be a massive L. This would be a huge L, I think.
I mean, it would be a huge L for Serie A. Because
you know what the interesting thing is?
What the
interesting thing is? Norway, Italy, here, and in the World Cup qualifiers too.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe this is a sign. Just saying. I mean, like I don't know how. Like, this probably is an upset if you're based on look at the leagues and teams, like how big the club is. But Bodo Glimt has actually been better than Lazio in Europe last couple of years. So, is this shocking that Bodo Glimt wins this game? Probably not. But if they go through, I think it's a mini shock. Because I don't think Lazio are, that like one of the teams that could probably win the tournament.
For me, Lazio for me. Let's see, man. We'll see what turns up. But shout out to Bodo for the win there, man. You know what? Let's save this game for last because that game is so fun. Let's save it on for last. Let's just talk about this news, Sebastian. Rangers 0, Bilbao 0. Sebastian, as a Bilbao fan, I'm not a Bilbao fan, by the way, but as an honorary Bilbao fan, just pretend I am. I'm very disappointed with this performance. But at the same time, though, Bilbao didn't lose. And I think that's a great thing. Because had they lost to a 10-man Rangers team, oh boy.
They missed 2 penalties, I believe, Bilbao.
So.
Or was it 1 penalty?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was one.
The other one.
And Sebastian, man, that red card. That was such a blatant red card. That was such an obvious red card. Like, I don't know why the ref took so much time to figure out, is it a red? Is it a red? Bro, it was so obvious. He literally clipped him from behind. It was such a dangerous foul. Like, I don't know why it took so long for that red card to be given because it was so obvious. Do you agree, Sebastian? It was a very obvious red.
Yeah, it was.
So proper got the red card.
Yeah. I want to ask you this, AD. Do you think Bilbao actually went for the draw in this game, or do you think, they went for the win?
I feel like I don't really agree with they went for a draw, because if they weren't for a draw, they would have just been passive and not try to score. I just think Bilbao, for me, the issue is their finishing is just awful. Their
Yeah.
finishing is awful. And the thing is, for Bilbao, as I said, man, and we didn't really see Rangers attack that much because obviously they were down to 10 men. So we can't, obviously, when you're down to 10 men, most teams generally go defensive. Most teams do not go offensive when you go down to 10 men, unless you're Ange Postecoglou. Maybe you're an exception, but basically, most teams do not go aggressive when you go down to 10 men. So I do feel like for Bilbao, it is a good result in the sense they didn't lose, but it's also a missed opportunity because you were up with 10 men. So you had a man advantage and you couldn't score. And we look at that penalty miss, man. Penalty. And you know what's funny, guys? When I tweeted out, and if you guys probably saw my Twitter, I thought Butland was the guy who was playing a goal. Turns out it was actually Kelly, the backup goalkeeper, I believe, made a big save for the penalty spot there. Denies, I think, was it who saved who? I think it was Berenguer. Yeah, Berenguer. He missed the penalty there. And yeah, for Bilbao, as you can see, man, they really need in Nico Williams to fire. And I think if Nico Williams is fire, Bilbao's in big trouble because I think he's one of their main goal scorers. And we saw how good he was last season.
Inaki Williams as well.
Yeah, I mean, Iñaki Williams too, but I think Nico Williams is really important. I think because for me, in my opinion, the best Bilbao player is Nico Williams. And if Nico Williams doesn't deliver, Iñaki Williams is kind of hit or a miss, And I feel like Iñaki Williams has not been as good because of Ghana. I think the Ghana thing is kind of getting to him, and that might have affected
the Ghana gene. just move on.
But yeah, I mean, for Bilbao, as I said, man, it's a big missed opportunity. Now, do I still think they should advance? Of course, they're still in a great position to advance because the second leg is at their stadium. But at the same time, though, they have to win. And for Rangers, we know how good this team is. Especially Rangers is a very difficult team. I mean, this is a team that made the Europa League final a few years ago, so don't put it past them, guys. Rangers is not a joke team. So Bilbao should get the job done, but it won't be convincing. So, Sebastian, man, are you worried for Bilbao? Because this will be a huge L for La Liga. If Bilbao gets knocked out, it will be embarrassing for La Liga. Extremely embarrassing.
I mean, personally, I don't think Bilbao will go out. But I would say this is not a terrible result because obviously it's away. Like Bilbao could have lost this game and be in trouble for the second leg because we know what Rangers would have done if they won this game. They would probably go away. They will sit back, counterattack, get a goal, and then Bilbao are basically in trouble. So, but like beat 10 men. I mean, Rangers will play getting a draw against probably the favorite of winning this Europa League. But I still think Bilbao is too strong. They will find a way. Like if not 90 minutes, I think extra time. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully Bilbao goes through because I need that Inaki Williams card on FC 25 to get upgraded. So not because of that, because I also want Bilbao to win this Europa League.
Yeah, Bilbao, man. And then remember, they had a goal. They had a goal that was disallowed. There was a foul, I think, and it was a really. I think offside. I thought they scored. It was. I think it was offside. It must have been offside then. But yeah, it was just a really weird way. But yeah, for Bilbao, as I said, man, they need to improve their finishing, and yeah. But I still think they're in a great position. Tottenham won, Frankfurt won. Ekateke, man. Ekateke is a baller. This guy is a baller. And what's up with these Frankfurt strikers, man? The Frankfurt strikers are always whenever Frankfurt buys a striker and they make them so good, just watch that Frankfurt sell this guy for a big buck because this guy, oh my geez, what a goal that was! A fantastic goal there, early and 5 minutes in, and okay, Frankfurt looking good. And I think to myself, okay, how will Spurs react? Spurs, man, credit to Spurs. I thought Spurs played really well. Pedro Porro got the equalizer there. Honestly, I think Spurs should have won this game. Frankfurt were really non-existent, and the only reason why they didn't win is because this goalkeeper right here, guys, Koya. By the way, this goalkeeper, young Brazilian keeper, it may be one of the next big keepers to come up through because this
next Dida. I'm just saying.
The next, maybe he could be the Allison replacement. If Allison is to retire, in a couple of years, maybe this guy can be the replacement. So, yeah, I thought he was amazing. And for Frankfurt, as I said, man, they weren't great, but they managed to get the draw, which is great for them. And now for Frankfurt, they're in a really good position because the second league's at their stadium, and we know Frankfurt don't really lose at home very often. They rarely lose at home. So, so I do feel like Spurs in a really kind of difficult position because they have to travel away to beat them in Germany, and we know Frankfurt is going to be difficult to beat. But I do think Spurs played well. It's just that Koya, he was amazing on the day. So, I mean,
Maybe
what
he
do you think,
should.
Sebastian?
I mean, I think he was very good. Uh, I think he should be in the Brazil, one of the three goalkeepers already in Brazil, because he's shown like he can do it very good in the Europa League, which is a very high level for a 21-year-old goalkeeper.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So I think
Do you remember?
Frankfurt should be very
Yeah.
happy with this. Obviously, they could have won this game, but I think for Frankfurt, they're looking very good. Obviously, this was like a Swedish derby between the two midfielders, Bergvall and
Well,
Larsson, Hugo Larsson. Maybe
yeah.
this tie is a reminder of who should start in the Swedish national team. But that's for another discussion. But I mean, personally, I think Spurs were the better team. I think Spurs, like the quality this Spurs team have, like they should do much better in my opinion. Poro scoring, obviously Ekitike scoring, obviously. Like I don't know if I don't know what Frankfurt is feeding their strikers because they had Jovic, Colomwani, Ekitike, Marmouche. Like, are they feeding these strikers something? Like it's very weird. Like
If you're a striker, just go to Frankfurt. Just go to Frankfurt. You're gonna ball
yeah,
out
like
there.
it's weird. Like,
Yeah,
if you're, let's say, a young striker, 17-year-old striker, go to Frankfurt, score some 25 goals or something, and then you get a move to like a big team. No disrespect to
yes,
Frankfurt, but I
but
think
yeah, I
this is a
mean,
very good draw for Frankfurt. I think
oh
at
yeah, for sure.
home, I think Frankfurt. Like, I don't know if Frankfurt will go through, but it wouldn't surprise me if honestly Spurs turns up and win. But I think that could go
Ooh.
to penalties, in my opinion. That game.
I remember,
So
guys. Remember, guys. Spurs need this. Like, this is pretty much make or break because they're pretty much out. They're out of the FA Cup. They're out of the Carabao Cup.
and I think if Ange doesn't go through, I think he
He
gets
gets
sacked.
sacked. Yeah, he's getting
Like,
sacked. Like pretty much this competition is pretty much keeping his job. Like this competition is pretty much the make or
yeah,
break
I'm
for
praying for the Spurs L next week. So
Edge plus Chicago, man. This is make or break. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, Frankfurt, man,
would
really
you
solid.
take Ekitike at Barca,
Ooh,
or is that a too much step for him?
I think it's too soon. Too soon. I think it's a big two move. I don't think he's ready for Barca yet. You know what? I think he should go to like a mid-table La Liga team, like maybe like I don't know, maybe Bilbao. I
Is
think
he
he'll be
ready for Liverpool?
no Liverpool's too soon. I don't think he's ready for Liverpool. I think like maybe like a non-top six team in the EPL, like maybe like a Newcastle, maybe like a Aston Villa. I think he'd be great there. So, but yeah, like I said, man, out of the final game. By the way, we saved this game for last because this was the best game, and then we'll go to your guys' comments. Leon 2, Man United 2. Now, before we even get about this game, I heard this yesterday. We were actually I was just seeing through yesterday on my Twitter thing. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already done so. I didn't actually tweet about this because I was kind of busy yesterday. But I remember I saw on my timeline say Matic Onana, and Matic was clowning Onana, which was interesting because Matic is obviously a former Man United player, and obviously he hadn't played with alongside Onana, and he was basically calling him out for making those basically being a terrible goalkeeper. And I think Onana reply back? I don't know if he did.
I
Sebastian, let me
think
know if he did.
so. I
What
I
did
I don't know if like he probably did, but I probably saw something, but I forgot probably, but I don't know.
Yeah, but whatever the case is, Onana says something back, and then we saw this game. So Leon took the lead there. Almeida with a great goal there, and Onana, man. I mean, babe, what are you doing for the first goal, man?
Oh my
Andre
god.
Onana, man. That was such a horrible goal to concede. And I'll be honest with you guys, I thought United were actually pretty good this. Like United actually played really well. They should have won this game. They created a lot of good chances. It's just that Onana, man, is basically sabotage. And Yora, man, great header there from the set piece there. And yeah, United created some quality chances. Like Garnacho had a chance there. Hoyland had a chance there. Casemiro, I thought was good. Fernandez, Hoyland again. And I'm sorry, Hoyland is useless. I'm sorry, Hoyland is garbage. I'm sorry, Hoyland is really trash. He might be one of the worst strikers I've seen in my life. So
I mean, I think it's basically Manchester United. That's the problem. But like, obviously, I think he's a good striker, but he just need the right one. Like, I think leaving Serie A was the problem for Hoyland. I think he probably should have made the step to like AC Milan
you
or
probably
Inter.
you watch more Syria than I do. I would imagine. So he wasn't this bad at Atalanta, right?
No. He was very good at Atalanta. Like he worked.
I don't know. I don't know about very good.
He was good in like Serie A. It was. I think he should not left to Man United. That's
I think you're right. He made the move.
The mistake. Yeah, like Ronaldo said once.
Yeah.
United is like, I don't know about United. Like they're not really a big like a team you should go to really, but like I would want Hoyland to go to Milan, but at that point he went to United because he's a United fan. Like
Ronaldo, man, Ronaldo. You know what's crazy? Ronaldo said like this team was still the same for 2008. That's how you know.
And don't forget, he said Liga only has PSG, by the way. And then look, United can't even beat a French team. Just saying.
Okay, let's just keep this on United. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, Euro scored the equalizer there, and then it was okay. United, how are they going to respond? Are they going to need to come back now? Because United, the second half, man, they were great. I remember, I think, like I actually thought Lyon were actually pretty good in the second half. They could have scored some goals there. Lacazette, Mika Dots. Lyon created some quality chances. Like United had a chance there. I think it was Garnacho who had that was a really good save there. And then obviously comes a moment and where Cherki comes on, scores the header in the 88th minute. Your thing was, okay, United are going to win this. They're going to turn around 2-1. And then Lyon go on the counterattack, and then they score the last-minute goal. And it's Ryan Cherki got the last-minute goal there. Great play there. And once again, man, horrible mistake from Onana to give him to basically not catch it initially and allow the rebound to fall nicely to Cherki. And Cherki got the equalizer, and United, man, I mean, just really awful defending there to concede 2 goals like that. And let's be real. I mean, in my opinion, which team do you think was better across this entire game? Because for me, I actually think United were slightly better, in my opinion. But it was close, to be fair. It was a very back and forth.
I think Lyon was better in this game, but like it probably would be like a bias towards United because I don't like them. But I actually think Lyon were better. And United, I think they should build a team around some players, like Fernandez, Ugarte, Dalot, Dorgu, Joro. They need to sell. And Cherki, I think Cherki should start for United.
Yeah, Cherki should start. Cherki should start.
And Kobe Mainu probably. I think
mine was injured. Mine was injured, but he came on.
No, he was on the bench.
No, but he just came back from injury. Sorry.
Okay. And obviously, good to see my boy Lindelof getting some playtime. I need him to get more playing time because I have an important qualifying this year. So I need more defenders who can actually play football. But I think Euro scoring his first goal for United, I believe.
I think it's his first goal.
I mean, for me, Cherki has to start for United because I think they need to sell some players, a lot of players, because United should go on a rebuild phase.
For me, Onana has to be sold. Maybe sell Hoyland, and I think you might have to sell Garnacho. You might have to sell Garnacho.
That front three of Lyon, Almada, Mikatadze, and Cherki. What an attack, man. Obviously, I watched Almada last year playing for Botafogo. He was very good.
Yeah,
And
Almada,
yeah,
man,
I
what a
think
player.
Almada is one of my favorite Argentinian players out there right now. Um, I had ever a certain midget, but let's
Uh,
not speak about him. But I
yeah,
think
I mean,
Almada is a player that he could go to Premier League, one of the Premier League clubs. He could go to Serie A, La Liga. Like I think he could go to any top league and do very well. 'Cause I think he's a baller. Uh, obviously, like I'm keeping an eye on Almada because I think he's a very good player. Mikatadze people, Georgia and their players. I'm telling
yeah,
you, Georgia is making the next World Cup. But like Mikatadze is he doesn't score, but he's still good. Like that. That's what I like about Mikatadze. Also, that he doesn't
yeah.
score, but he's still like
Oh yeah,
he
he's still good.
does things that are.
But yeah,
And Cherki, man, he needs to leave, man.
I mean, for Man United, as I said, man, Onana, man, they have to sell Onana. This is it. This is done. This is getting ridiculous. You're making so many mistakes. You're at
I mean,
and
who would
Onana,
take Onana, honestly?
um, that's a good question. Maybe a relegation team.
I I think it's just Man United are a very bad defensive team. I mean, I think if they get better defenders, I think.
But no, no. But here's the thing, Sebastian. He got benched the Afcon. I remember he got benched
Okay.
last.
So who wants Onana? Real Madrid? Hello, Barca. I'm not taking me. I'm never taking him at Milan, by the way. Never. And
But yeah, basically,
if I see FSG even touching the spot, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna finish them off. By the way, I mean,
but here's the thing.
he
Oh no,
goes. You know what? He should go to either Galatasaray or probably Besiktas or Fenerbahce.
no. But here's the thing. You know what's funny? Onana is like this guy, like this goalkeeper. Like I'm so good. Like I'm this goalkeeper that you guys make them out. Just shut up, man. Just do your talking on the pitch, not
I mean,
off the pitch,
it's
bro.
fun to watch him play, but like it's sad also because we know how good he was at Ajax,
Yeah,
at
and Inter,
Inter.
bro. Guys, people are forgetting this guy was a Champions League finalist with Inter, and remember, Inter were really good defensively that Champions League
Like,
campaign.
and imagine if Onana won that UCL and still went to United and doing this. Like, like
Yeah, so like
I like Onana. I think he's a quality keeper to have, but he's like Bozo moments. Like I don't like these Bozo moments with a goalkeeper.
So, I mean, do you think, okay, being objective, do you think United should sell Onana? Objectively speaking, yes, they should. In my opinion.
Honestly, they should get rid of Onana. But who should they get is the problem. Because there are not a
Yeah.
lot of good goalkeepers out there.
Dude, I just told you a goalkeeper. Really, we were talking about Frankfurt? Get that Frankfurt goalkeeper.
I mean, should he really? He's 21, go to United, big step.
Yeah. But yeah, Onana, man, it's just crazy, man.
It's
So,
time to learn. You know, it's time to learn Arabic for Casemiro, Garnacho, Hoyland, Maguire. Probably not. But
no, Maguire's actually been decent.
actually, Maguire he has been improved. Like Maguire in a three back, I think that works. But like, honestly, you know what would be funny? If United just keep Onana and be like, he's gonna be our main goalkeeper.
Nah, that's
Like,
crazy.
I love to see United suffer, but at the same time, as a guy who wants to see big clubs, huge clubs doing well, like competitiveness, I think it's kind of sad a little bit. Because like
all right. So,
now we don't have like like we don't have like these clubs like United or like these bigger clubs like who compete for titles. Like
all right. So let's go look at that. Let's go look ahead. So I'm looking at the bracket right here. So I remember my predictions was Tottenham Lazio. Am I
I
gonna?
think
I'm gonna keep my. I'm not gonna change my mind. I'm still backing.
Honestly,
Lazio.
I'm going for Bodo and Spurs, and I go for Bilbao against United.
Ooh, yeah, I have Bilbao United. Ooh, Bilbao United will be a good match.
Because I have a feeling United might go through like on extra time or penalties. 'Cause I don't
Remember,
think
the second leg's
Leon.
that
I don't think
November.
Leon are not that great at penalties. They obviously lost to a fourth-tier team in the French Cup, Dunkirk.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be interesting to see. I think we should move out to Conference League because that's more funnier.
All right, let's go read some comments. Hello, guys. Sultan is going to score 5 goals. He was clinical. Bodo could actually reach the semis. They just need a lock in second leg.
Yeah.
Bodo Glim can win the whole thing. You never know. I think you're going a bit too far.
Honestly, I would not be like that's probably shocking, but I will not be surprised because if you play Spurs, like it's Spurs, like you can't beat Spurs, like no banter or something. You can't beat Spurs, like especially if the second leg at home, and then you gotta play either United, Rangers, Bilbao, and Lyon. Let's be honest, Bilbao is the toughest team left in this competition.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you have United, one game off against United, and we know how good they played in Old Trafford. Like, it will be interesting.
I think Bodo Glimt can make the final, but I don't think they can win the final. Unless the final, now if the final was at their stadium, then yeah, of course. But I just don't trust them win the final in a neutral venue. I don't trust them. But I think making the final will still be an incredible achievement for Bodo. Like, let's not
even semifinal, because they made the quarters a few years ago.
Yeah, they made the quarters. So, but yeah, I think winning it, I think it's really unlikely. But who knows? I mean, I would love to see it. Yeah, I agree. But Bodo Glimt are terrible away. Although against Twente, Olympiacos, they played terrible away. I mean, the league stages were good away. Yeah, only lost 3 to Old Trafford. Yeah, also Lazio don't even deserve to qualify against Victoria. So I think Glimt can do this. This might come back and bite Bilbao. Like the video, subscribe, guys. Low. Bilbao will still win Rangers low of the Bodo Glimt. Man United will still qualify just because French teams are bottlers. Yeah, French teams, man. French teams are just perennial chokers, man. It wouldn't surprise me. You know what the messed up thing is, Sebastian? I could see Lyon take the lead at Old Trafford, and then Man United do a comeback. I mean, basically, Lyon did that in this game. Like, I could see that happening. You know,
yeah,
that's just the history of French teams.
Like, I know it probably won't happen, but I could see a Rangers, like Lyon, semifinal. Like, cause Bilbao defensively, like they haven't been great, honestly, but like you give Rangers time on the ball to create chances, and they actually can score a few goals. Because Rangers against Fenerbahce they played, they were clinical in that game, and Fenerbahce they are quite a defensive team. Like they scored against a probably defensive team. And I don't know who they played before that. Like they probably finished top 8, I believe.
Yeah.
But like, oh yeah, Onana said something first. Yeah, like Onana is a bomb. Like,
yeah. Match just replied low. I think cooked him. Not gonna lie. Oh, what's up? Garnacho's dog, man. Sober. Yeah, Garnacho, man. I think it's time for United to move on, or at least loan him out or something. Yeah, I know. My other account got warnings, so I joined these in cover now. Okay, well, Onana could go to Turkish club. Onana Galatasaray. That'll be perfect. You know what? Galatasaray can see so many goals. they're very hazardous defense. That'll be a perfect match. Galatasaray will be there. Thank you so brief. Huh? Wait, how old is Onana? Let me check how old Onana is. He's 29. Bro, no. No, I don't think he can improve. No. Wait, are you talking about Onana or Garnacho? Because Onana, bro, like, no, it's done. I think it's done. I think it's time to move on. Let's say Onana Barca, Onana Real Madrid is crazy. Literally all the goal because Real Madrid is better. Let's just mess around. Onana's day is a beast, but he needs to be more because when it matters. Yep, or bench him. How they willingly join Man United, man? No, keep him. I want to see United suffer. Now, Casemiro slander. Yeah, Casemiro wasn't bad. I like he hasn't been that bad recently. To be fair, if you want to see club suffer, just watch him play Manchester City. Cooked him. To be honest, I'd rather be at Jersey Ground than be in Man United.
That's a crazy thing. So you rather lose derbies uh against your dad Oikwa, and yeah, like you always gonna be like I'm gonna come into this later when we talk about that club, but yeah, like United, like Remiro, that like I think he's a good keeper, but I don't think he's that great. Like, don't forget I think he's the third keeper for Spain, behind Unai Simon and Raya. I swear he was in the Euro squad, but yeah, let's move on to the next comment. Hey, are you frozen?
No, sorry. All right, Frankfurt versus Blind.
Ooh. Honestly, that would be a very good semifinal.
Ooh. If Atlanta makes the final, they'll lose. I don't.
I mean, it depends who they play, because if it also depends on how does the opponent play. Like, could it be a weakness? Could be a positive thing? Like, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think Bilbao will lose the final.
I think if they play Spurs, definitely win. Like, Spurs can't win the finals.
And Bilbao versus United. Hater, of course. Bro, hopefully Bilbao don't qualify. Got to keep the Nico Williams hate watch. We're not hating on him. Nah, just hate on the Pookie. Yes, you are. Why would I hate on Athletic? No, they were hating on Bilbao. They're just very hateable. For RMA Barca fans, my stream froze low. Okay. I mean, do you find them sort of annoying? Nah. For fan hate's part of football, and nothing wrong with as long as you don't take too far. I got no reason to hate Athletic, even though they beat us. Lol. Who thinks he's Conte? Lol. I said Athletic will lose the final because they're bad away in Europe. Pookie, you do realize the final is at their stadium, right? You do realize that, right? Like, if they make the final, it's at San Mamés. And if you don't believe me, I can show you right here. Where's the knockout thing? The final is at San Mamés. The final's at San Mamés. Let me zoom in if you can't see. Right here, San Mamés. So, yeah, for me, if Bilbao makes the final, they're going to win it. They're in a really good position to win it. So, but yeah, anyways, let's move on over to the Conference League. Matt. At Sebastian, man, you're going to enjoy the Conference League section. So as we talk about Betis 2, juggling on nil, as expected, Betis got the job done. It was to be surprising. And yeah, Betis, man, as I said, man, Anthony. It just feels like Anthony joining this club has made Real Betis into this like force. Because prior to his arrival, Real Betis were kind of they weren't
like really now they might be the top. I think I've seen something that with Anthony, Betis is I think top 3 best teams in the world or something, like top 5 behind like PSG, Barca. PSG, Barca, I believe, and then it's I think Arsenal, something like that. But like, it's the Anthony aura, man. Like, I think honestly, the next move for Anthony, you go to FC Barcelona, you play with Jamal, you win the UCL.
No, you're going too far. You're going too far.
Nah, go. You need to pair Gautmal with it, Anthony, man.
But yeah, man. But look at this player, man. Jesus Rodriguez, 19-year-old baller, Spanish youngster, man, 19 years old. He had a good game. Bakumbu as well. Isco as well. Fornals and Betis, man. They just got a lot of quality and depth. And Juggernaut, man, it's been great. It's been great for them to make the conference and quarterfinals. I mean, I don't think this is the furthest I think they've ever made a European competition. So the fact they even got to this position is commendable. But they just got beat by a superior team, and Real Betis are basically through to the semis. And
I mean that Polulu guy, the striker, I actually
Yeah,
was looking at him how he because I wanted him at my club AIK because I think Polo the guy 'cause I think he's a great
yeah.
goal scorer. Plus he's 26, perfect older. But yeah, like I think it's a good for the Polish team. I think it's good for them to go this far. But Real Betis, in my opinion, are winning this thing,
This is a
this
great team.
conference.
So yeah, Real.
Like
Back humble, man.
it seems like they have gotten better with the signings also, and I think this is the is this the, can they stay in Champions League or
Yeah, they could get Champions League. I think they're like sixth right now in La Liga. They're just on the borderline of fifth, so maybe they can get Champions League. Remember, La Liga is probably going to get 5 spots, so they're in a great position.
ooh, Anthony
So yeah,
back
we
in
might see them.
Champions League?
Yeah, and Bakambu, man. We know the thing with Bakambu is that he's not a very clinical striker. He missed a lot of chances.
Like
Stats,
he's not the best striker, but he's that guy
of
can
course.
get you like goals here and there when you need.
Yeah, yeah. So and yeah, Bakambu, as I said, got the goal there, and Rodriguez. And then Legia Warsaw 0, Chelsea 3. It was a pretty routine win for Chelsea. The first half wasn't really the best, though. I think Chelsea were a bit underwhelming, but the second half, though, they came alive. They scored the 3 goals. And yeah, for Chelsea, as I said, man, I think the only negative is that Nkunku missed the penalty. And yeah, I think Nkunku probably needs to be sold. I think he needs to be shipped.
Palmer was pretty warm in this game. He wasn't cold.
Yeah, Palmer wasn't really that great either. And yeah, I just think for Madueke, man, he basically saved the day, basically, by single-handedly getting the brace. And yeah, for Chelsea, as I said, man, they have to win this competition. Like
Yeah.
it is like if they don't win
There
this,
is a Chelsea fan who will be shameless, and he says they have to complete the set.
the set.
Yeah, like like the Chelsea fans, like they were, one of them is weird at least, to say the least. Nigerian guy.
We won't mention his name. We won't mention his name, but you should know what we're talking about.
But
yeah,
I'm actually disappointed in Legia Warsaw. Like I know it's Chelsea and they have a very good team, but I think Legia Warsaw should have been playing better, especially at home. Like you expect something from Legia Warsaw. Like maybe not a win, but to play better at home.
I think they did the best they could. I think they did the best they could. I don't think they could have done anything better.
I mean, they're fans. Like it's
yeah.
Very.
But yeah, for Chelsea, but for Chelsea, as I said, man, Sancho got a brace of assist, and then obviously George got the goal there, and yeah, Madueke. So for Chelsea, as I said, man, congrats on the win there. Tobi's saved the penalty there, and yeah, I mean, he was probably the best player for Legia Warsaw or something. But yeah, for Chelsea, as I said, man, they're basically. I mean, you look at their path; they're basically they're basically in the final. If we're being real, it's just a matter.
No, they are in the final. They are in the final.
Yeah, so yeah. That's interesting.
Let's go Celia against Fiorentina because I think
yes, Celly versus Fiorentina. Now Celly actually probably put the best performance of the. I think of the 3 teams, they probably put the best performance. They actually gave the best account. Fiorentina weren't really great in this game, to be honest, but you could tell they kind of rotated for this game. Obviously, you don't see Moise Kean. Obviously, Moise Kean came off the bench, and obviously you could see right there that Fiorentina did manage to get the win. Their first goal coming from the Ranieri, I think it was a header there, if I'm not mistaken, the 27th minute to open the scoring there. Oh, sorry, it was left-footed goal there. Sorry, my bad, with only shots. Right. And the second half, they scored the goal there to make it 2-0. Great goal there from Mandrogo. He won the penalty. He got the penalty there. Then obviously they scored a penalty on themselves. And yeah, for Celj, they still have a chance because it's only a 1-goal deficit. But let's be real, Fiorentina are massive favorites to move to the semifinals. So yeah, for a Cell, man, I think they did the best they could, but it is what it is. So, yeah, are you impressed with Fiorentina? Because I think Fiorentina have been really good this season, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great result away. Obviously, like people say, okay, they're playing not a good team, but Celia, they have actually been playing good this Conference League and go to the quarterfinals. Like it's very strong for a team in Slovenia as well. So, like Fiorentina, they should win this game, but like this tie. But Celia is actually not a bad team, but I think this is good for Serie A that Fiorentina is doing very well because we have the other Italian teams, like we talked about in the Europa League, that are not doing well, but Fiorentina are doing well. So this
Yeah.
it will be a Fiorentina Betis final, the semi-final. I mean, and that would be
Yeah.
very interesting.
Ooh, that'll be very interesting. I'm looking forward to that very much because that could be huge, man. And then finally, the last one I got here is George got on nil,
Yeah,
Rapid
yeah.
VN won it, and George got on, man. That was shameful, man. I saw the own goal there and it was bad. I think they even made it 2-0, but I think the goal got disallowed, I think, or something. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
happened. Because I was trying to watch all the games at once, but obviously it's very hard to do so, the multicasting. But yeah, George got on, man. They were decent in the game, to be fair. You could say they were kind of unlucky, 13 shots, 5 on target. But at the end of the day, man, you're at home. You should be doing better. And the fact you couldn't score at home against Rapid Vienna is sad. And the goal you conceded, man, that was not a good goal to concede. So, Sebastian, man, you must be cheering, man.
I mean, I was so shameless that I celebrated the Rapid win goal. Like I was so shameless. Like I was actually celebrating so much because I dis I despise this team for making it this far. But at the same time, for Swedish, coefficients is very good. They made this far, but I think Rapid win deserved this victory. Um, they were the better team over 90 minutes. You got in, they created some good chances, but like the finishing today, like it was not that great. Like and also not like they're gonna play a huge Stockholm derby on Sunday, and then they're gonna go away to Wien next week and play Rapid away. So they have some tough. Plus, they haven't gotten the best start in the Swedish league. They have 3 points after 2 games. So yeah, I think Rapid win. This is a great result to get away against a side who usually don't lose European games at home. I was kind of surprised that you're gonna lost actually, because I think at home, like they usually win, like they draw. Uh, and now this is the second loss at home for them. This Conference League, obviously they lost the last time in Europe at home before the 2 games this year that they lost. They lost in 2023, uh, the last home game in the Europe stage. So bad result for Yugon. I'm happy that they lost, but like yeah, I can't clown them right now very much because if they go to Vienna and turn that around, I'm gonna be very upset. So like
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they could still turn this around. I mean, it's only 1-0 down to
yeah,
aggregate. And
like
to be fair,
Rapid
Rapid Vienna,
Wien wasn't really as good as they
yeah,
normally are, but fair play to Rapid, man. And obviously
yeah,
the Hammarby fans was at the away stand because they have a friendship there. So it was funny.
yeah,
It was very funny. And yeah, I
yeah,
think the
yeah,
goalkeeper for Rapid was well, very good. The midfield was good. But fair play to
yeah,
Rapid, man. Fair play. Let's
yeah,
go, Rapid.
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, we're gonna get to T tonight. So he'll give us the thoughts on United. He joined a little late, so it's okay. We'll come back to that game. Because I don't think he has any other thoughts on other Europa League games, right, Teeth? Did you
No.
just want? Yeah. Okay. So okay. So I mean, just looking at the bracket right here, guys. So we're most likely gonna get Real Betis versus Fiorentina semifinal, which will be a great one. And I'm really curious to see who's gonna have the second leg. Ooh, so Fiorentina is gonna have the second leg. Ooh, and Real Betis is gonna have to travel the way, so that's gonna be interesting. So Anthony versus Moise Kean. You know what the funny thing is, guys? Both these players used to play in the Premier League. So one of them is guaranteed to be in the final, most likely. So that'll be interesting. And for Chelsea, as I said, man, they're going to be playing against Georgia Rapid Vienna. And let's be real, Chelsea should
Like easy
take care
dub,
of it.
easy dub.
Yeah, so Chelsea are in the
I dare Chelsea. I dare Chelsea to face Hugo then and lose.
final.
If that happens, I'm gonna be really angry. Really angry. And some things might get smashed. And yeah, some things might be broke. I might not have a TV if that happens. I might not have a computer. I might not have a desk at all. So
Oh
Chelsea,
man.
first of all, Rapid, I dare you to lose at home against these clowns. And if Chelsea, I'm looking at you. If Chelsea go away to a Swedish team and lose, uh, that would be a disgusting disgrace. Unless they go away to play my team and they lose, because that would not be surprise. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very shameless if Chelsea lose to Legia Warsaw at home
All
and
right.
go on.
All right. So Teeth, man, give us your quick thoughts as we're about to wrap this up soon. So Leon 2, Man United 2. I mean, for me, it was actually a pretty good game, man. It was a back and forth game. I thought both teams had good moments offensively. Defensively, we're not great. And yeah, I mean, Onana, man, he basically sold you guys the game, in my opinion.
Man, I think without Onana, I think this tie is done. I think the first leg could have wrapped it up. I don't think Leon were that good. I think they were. I mean, apart from those two goals, they would have had no. I don't think they had. They didn't have any other good chances in the game. While we had numerous good chances. Garnacho should have scored in the second half. Hoyland should have scored in the first half. Could have won this game 3-4 potentially. But Nana cost us the game, and yeah, I think I would start to address the goalkeeper issue in the summer. I don't think we can buy a goalkeeper, unfortunately, because we don't have the budget. But what I would do is we have Binder, and we also have two youth goalkeepers. We have one goalkeeper called Vitek. He's out on loan right now at Salzburg. He's 6'6". From a time forward, he's a pretty good goalkeeper. So in the summer, I would let those two battle it out in preseason, then have him be the goalkeeper for next season, and then yeah, just like we need like an interim solution, like an interim goalkeeper, like who would be. We don't need someone like Neuer or anything like who will save us every game, but we need an interim goalkeeper who will be at least not make any mistakes, not to the extent of Onana for one season, and then go for the goalkeeper next summer. So yeah, I could have Onana in the summer, and yeah, I think if Onana doesn't make no mistakes, I think United win the game 3-4-0, and this game's wrapped up in the first leg.
Do you think Ruben Amorim will make the big decision and bench Onana the second leg, or you don't think he would?
It's tough. It's tough. I think we can't say really. I think it's a 50-50.
Yeah, and Onana, man, you got to keep your mouth shut, bro. Like I heard you were talking big in the press conference, and you just made yourself even worse now.
Like he was setting
Well,
himself.
what do you think is wrong with Onana? Because he was good at Ajax, he was good at Inter, he has been okay with Cameroon. Like, is it
I
a
think
pressure? Going to United, like, and
I,
most
Yeah,
players
it
have flopped.
must be
I,
the
think- I,
pressure.
I think it's the pressure, but also at Inter Milan, he played in a very defensive league, and also he was surrounded with a back five with a good system with
Top three.
good
Okay.
defenders around him. He was like so. I think that made him look better than he actually is.
Do you think if United gets, like, you could keep Onana but sign much better defenders, and then he become good again? Like, if you sign like Bastoni,
But why?
Tomori,
But why would you?
Bremer,
But why would you sign defenders to improve your goalkeeper? Your goalkeeper is the foundation of your defense.
no, like you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
improve your defense also. Like, with that defense, I'm sorry, like it ain't gonna hold in the UCL. You're gonna get destroyed. Let's be honest.
I
Like,
actually think it's okay. I actually think it's okay. I think we have Aiden Heaven and Lenny Oro at left centre back. Happy both of them. We have Maguire, who's as a backup. I'm fine with Maguire. I think Delit's a good centre back. I think Mazraoui is good. I think we're good with centre backs.
where's Saint Martinez, by the way? Is
Sorry?
he
He's
injured?
injured.
Okay.
He's injured.
He's injured. I think so. I think what I would do. We have a youth goalkeeper called Vitek. He's out and down at Salzburg. He's 6'6", 21. I would start him next season. I'll start him if he
He's
does.
such a good. I like him. Like, he's a good keeper.
Yeah, he's decent.
I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say. I think if he does well next season, then keep him, and if he doesn't do well, then sign a keeper in the summer. I think, but like risking Vitek is better than just sticking with Onana.
Yeah, for sure, man. Onana, man. Oh yeah, we were talking the press conference. He was talking so much in the press conference, bro. Like you got to just do it. Just do your talking on the pitch, man.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
whenever you do your talking off the pitch, there's always a chance it might backfire.
Like, bro, if Mo Salah is talking on the pitch, as if talking off the pitch and doesn't back it up, then why do you think you can?
So, yeah, you're. And the thing is, do you think Onana has like ego problem as well? Like he thinks he's that good, like, but he's really not as good as people he thinks he is.
I think it's a problem with a lot of footballers. I think because of the media, they're surrounded by entourages. I think a lot of them think they're better than they actually are.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of Lukaku in some ways.
Say.
So, but yeah, I mean, as I said, man, I think that's gonna pretty much be it. Let's go look at my gaming prediction. Let's see how many points I got there in the Conference League, Europa League, the Champions League as well. We didn't look at the Champions League yesterday because we ran out of time. But yeah, then obviously next Thursday we'll be back here, guys. So let's just look at how I did in the Champions League predictor thing. And by the way, this is a message to UEFA. Why did you change the predictor to make it so many questions? Why? It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they changed it. Like they changed it, like who's going to score? What's the score going to be at halftime? Is this player going to score? Da-di-da-di-da. It was just really annoying. It was
like I could troll and say Onana was going to win next week, but
no, like look at the questions they asked.
That's stupid.
Like,
that's stupid.
Yeah, so UEFA, man, public service announcement. Just keep it just to predictions, okay? None of this question stuff, okay? Please.
And also, here's another suggestion for next week for United's next game. Keep one of the questions is will Onana have a howler? Everyone will get 3 points.
and for the Real Madrid game, say will Vini show 2 fingers of him winning the freaking Champions League?
Okay, so let's go. So let's see. So I got Bayern 1, Inter 1. Okay, I was kind of close there. It ended up being 2-1, obviously. But yeah, so I at least I got the most of the questions right. Arsenal 1, Real Madrid 1. Yeah, that was a bad prediction. That was a horrible prediction. Wow, UEFA. Well, Rice get an assist. I see what you're doing, UEFA. I see what you're doing there.
What?
They asked, like, will Rice get an assist? So.
Oh, that's shameless. That's shameless. I would want to swear right now to the UEFA site, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to get you unmonetized. But yeah.
Wow, 48 points. Okay, I actually did pretty good this one. I got called 3-1.
Why did you think Dortmund were gonna score?
I don't know, man. Barca's defense is very.
I
just saw. Yeah. Dang, I was close. I almost got this one right.
Like I knew Dembele wouldn't score. By the way,
I knew if Nuno Mendes didn't score, man.
By the way, a bit off topic, but I just heard this rumor. I want to confirm if it's true. Apparently, I thought Barcelona might try to sell Rafinha to get Nico Williams. Is there any truth in that?
No, I think that's false. That's not true.
Okay.
People these days it's fake news. Like it's 2025.
So yeah. So I'm 5th. Dang, I got 79 points, but I'm still 5th. That's crazy. I'm not even in the top 4 of my own league. That's
rigged. It's rigged.
Although I am close to the gap, to be
fair. You're in a Europa League position.
That's sad. All right, let's go look at the Europa League.
Oh, so Pookie got PSG prediction right. Pookie, are you a PSG fan? Just say.
All right, so Bodo 2, Lazio 2. I got two correct, but not for the. Yeah, that wasn't a good prediction.
I mean, you trust too much in Lazio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I should have known. I should have predicted a win, but yeah, it is what it is.
Was Pedro even in the squad?
Yeah, why did I even pick? You say yes. I shouldn't have picked yes. Rangers 2, Bilbao 2. Yeah, this game I was.
By the way, AD, you said that. Yeah. Remember, you said that Bilbao are your favorites in your opinion for the Europa League. They couldn't score against a 10-man Rangers, and Rangers aren't a good team. So I think that's a bit suspect.
Well, it is away from home, so maybe they'll wait tax. But I think at home they should finish the job.
I mean, yeah, I think they'll win, but like I think they should have won today, especially with 10-man.
Yeah. I just think Bilbao's offense has just been lackluster recently, but their defense is still very good. I still think Bilbao's defense is generally still solid. So, but Lyon 1, Man United 1. I should have gone with 2-2. But yeah. Then Tottenham 2, Frankfurt 1. Almost got this one right. So let's go ahead and see where I am in the league. Right now I'm actually 3rd, 43 points. Dang, yeah, I think I'm pretty much cooked here, man. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much cooked. Dang, this is sad. at the
And
Conference League.
Pookie's 50, so cooked, man. Pookie's so cooked.
Yeah, me and Pookie are both cooked. The
Yeah,
predictions for the
especially
Conference
Pookie.
League.
But you are at least top 3, by the way.
Yeah, Chelsea
Hold
got
that,
the 2.
Pookie.
I should have predicted a bigger scoreline for Chelsea, but it is what it is. 2-1. And then Durga 1, Rapid Vienna 1.
I mean,
then
AD,
Fiorentina
you can't trust you, Gordon. I'm sorry. Like, when you have the big gun, AIK in it next year, then you will understand.
Hey, I got a perfect one right here, guys.
Yeah.
Fiorentina 2-1. Perfect.
Pookie is a fraud, man. You have to do better.
So yeah, I think I'm cooked here. I'm basically cooked all the leagues.
And Pookie, no disrespect to you, AD, but how Pookie? How are you not ahead of AD? When AD literally get predictions wrong, he usually doesn't get 4 points. Like, I don't get that. Like, Pookie is finished, man.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that was pretty fun looking at those predictions. But yeah, like I said, guys, that's gonna pretty much be it for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Later today, guys, the Gold Cup will be doing a draw. I'm not doing another stream because 2 streams one day is a bit too much, so I'll just do a video reaction instead. And hopefully, United States, man, we do not get Saudi Arabia in our group because I do not want those.
None. If you let Saudi Arabia actually win, yeah.
And by the way, I don't know. By the way, I don't know why Saudi Arabia's in the Gold Cup. CONCACAF, please explain. So.
I mean, yeah. And for me, on my channel, it's actually gonna later. I might have a surprise for y'all. Later, I might have a surprise, but you gotta check it out later. But might have a surprise.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, subscribe to Red Devil Studios, Red Devils TV. So he's my United fan. He does all United coverage on that channel. So yeah, you need to watch along for this game.
Subscribe to me as well. I'm 10 subs to. No, wait, 11 subs to. 100.
Yeah, so
please sub people. I want to get to 100 subs and I can do watch alongs, I can do whatever I want. Because right now I'm.
Yeah. All right, let me read some final comments here and then we're going to wrap it up. I think we have to look for the Conference League section. Where are we? I saw that Athletic because they batted away in Europe. Wait, where's the final being played? To keep hitting. Oh, yeah. By my bad.
If Getafe was in Europe this year, oh my God. That would be disgusting.
I remember Getafe actually defeated Ajax. I remember they did.
Yeah, let's not talk about that because Getafe are disgusting stuff, by the way.
No, I'm not talking about it. It's true.
What? When? I swear to God.
I think it was a COVID Europa League. Remember the year, the 1920 season? I think it was that season. Anthony and Barca. By the way, Anthony cooking up Batiste. Anthony Pace was good. Once again, don't matter what happens. I will always have more aura than you.
Man,
yeah,
Pookie, stop being like Yamal, man. Pookie, you're starting to be like Yamal.
By the way, aura is such an overused word, by the way. Let me just keep this real. Like, aura is such an overused word.
Like, now Pookie's starting to be like arrogant, like Lami Yamal. Chill out, Pookie, man. Please.
For real. Anyways, guys, I mean, it was 18 likes. Yeah, I don't think we're at 18 likes. I think we're at 9 likes. Let me just double check. So, yeah, we're 9 likes. So I did a poll with Lazio come back. No one's predicting Lazio to come back. Interesting. Got all the aura, man. You can't compete with me. You say
so. Like, Steve doesn't even trust in Lazio to turn it around.
Chelsea got lucky they faced some Polish plumbers. Ain't lying, though.
Respect Legia Warsaw. Respect Legia Warsaw.
By the way, also apparently have faced some quarantine bill. No, I don't think yours was glitched. I think or maybe your things was glitched or something. Sebastian's over there judging all.
Yeah, of course. The discussion. 18th of May, we're coming.
Chelsea players should be thrown in jail. They don't make the call. Jenner should get fired as well, for real, man. Also, Denver Bridge should be taken down. Also, though. Man, that's just cursed. Only explanation at this point. I agree. As a Man United fan, is Man United cursed? T to this. Or
I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'll bring big trouble.
That's good answer.
It's funny. Like, for me, it's funny because I don't like United at all. They're probably top 3 most hated clubs for me. But like, it's kind of it's fun and it's not fun to see United on this downfall. Cause we when big teams are in a downfall, like it takes a lot of time. Like for AC Milan, for example, like I'm still pissed about this season because that's why I probably don't want to speak about Milan because you see the fall off of Milan and United especially, it's sad.
I mean, I remember with Arsenal, like there will always be times where I would like laugh at them and have fun with them as an United fan, but also at times they would be down so low that like it generally became like, okay, what's going on here?
Like
Like,
legit, it's not even funny laughing at Spurs. Honestly, it's not even funny.
yeah, because like at this point it gets like, okay, what's going on here? Something's good.
Yeah, like it's funny when I laughed at Barca all the time because usually.
Wait, you know what's really funny, guys? Arsenal tied. You know when they beat Real Madrid, the day they beat Real Madrid 4 years ago, they tied a Slavia Prague in the Europa League. And then 4 years later, they beat Real Madrid 3-0. Like, wow.
This is why.
Hold on, Slavia Prague might be better than Real Madrid. Just saying.
I don't know about that. Anyways, watch on
Yeah,
leaving.
has Real Madrid ever taken points of Arsenal?
I don't show that. I got PSG prediction right. Oh, of course.
PSG fan. It's Pookie a PSG. I'm sorry, Pookie might be a PSG fan.
I'm gonna go overturn low, but man, do better. Okay, you agree with me?
Facts. Pookie is losing out, man.
All right. I think that's enough comments.
He's losing the Champions League tie as well.
All right, we'll see. So remember, guys, like and subscribe right now, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. And yeah, like I said, I leave a link to both their channels in the description below, so feel free to subscribe to them, help their channels grow. And like I said, their channels in the description below. Yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.
Peace out.